Hello, darling. How you doing?
It's
been a long time. You're just as lovely.
Welcome to Cracker Barrel. How many would you like to seat?
As you used to be.
You done?
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen you in so long. It feels like
forever.
It's been so long.
I know.
It's not been that
long.
long.
It felt like a breakup, didn't it?
A little.
But we're back.
Well, but see, there was a planned break.
The planned break
but
was broken by an unplanned break.
By me. Yes. Yeah. No, so I was in my first ever friend when I went to Coastal. She was the first girl I ever met at orientation, and I thought she was really hateful because her RV.
What is up with you and bitches, though?
I know, but no, listen.
Like, you just love bitches.
I do. I really do. I love.
I haven't even met this girl, and I know that she's got to be a bitch for you to fall in love with her.
She's incredible.
Yeah,
and her family's
you
even
love
more
some
incredible.
Really great bitches.
I
too.
do. And this whole group is a bunch of great bitches.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that it was like the immediate.
Oh God, it was,
and that's you were in South Carolina.
That's so weird. But see, the funny thing is I saw her at orientation and I tried to talk to her, but she looked so mean that she scared me off.
Oh,
yeah. And then we didn't speak again until we had class together, and we were lab partners. And the rest was history.
It just had to happen.
Yeah, and we've been married.
The universe put you there.
Yeah, we've been married, and then I married her off this weekend.
I saw the video. You were the beer girl in her wedding.
I didn't ever know what that was before. What language just came? What grammar? I've never heard of a beer girl before. Yeah, I've spent the weekend with Maryland rednecks, so.
Well, yeah. North
of the Mason-Dixon.
Yeah.
Is that right? It is north, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maryland.
Yeah. But that was a visit back to my old stomping grounds. But anyway, we digress. I married her off this weekend. To her lovely, lovely husband, and they're so cute. We had a Star Wars wedding. Our bouquet holder thingies were
they lightsabers?
They were lightsaber hilts. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, hers was Princess Leia's.
I love a good themed wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Did they walk out to Star Wars music?
Yes and no. Yes, they did.
What was the song that you walked out to? I got a giggle. But
Pour some sugar on me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
When in reality, I just ended up pouring sugar on everybody else because I threw it across the room.
Oh, God.
But the story. Yeah, so the wedding was great right up until the reception. And then...
what happened there?
I don't know.
Whole line. I need it like from start to finish reception from when you walked in the door.
Okay.
What happened that led you to what I'm seeing in front of me now?
Which is what? A marshmallow on my foot.
Yeah.
I went running through a marshmallow patch.
A whole other disability than the mental one, for sure.
Fucking hell. I swear to God. But yeah, you're right. So, so the groomsman that I was so lucky to be paired with, he was fantastic. I love him. Him and his wife are the best people ever, which they're going to be on here.
Oh,
we've got little table. We're going to add a couple stools to it.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and then we're going to add so many more. Guests are coming. Yeah. Lots and lots of guests.
We're excited about guests.
We love people. But so we were talking, and we figured since we had such a explosive introduction to the wedding, because we had flower cannons that we shot off before we passed out beer, which I'm still upset that they put Bud Light in a Corona box.
Excuse
me? I didn't know, and I'm offended that I handed that out to people.
They had to disguise it.
Yeah, they're like, we have to get it. It was old. We had to get rid of it.
Oh, Kid Rock ruined them.
Right. So we decided we're like, let's like dip each other or something, like something fun to really like get in there. Cause we got to keep it up. Keep up the energy, And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And, you know, he's similar stature to me. You know, I'm a big bitch. He's a good husky man, you know. We're going in there. We're perfectly matched. What You know,
Yeah.
like if we would fight in boxing, if we were like matched up, we'd,
Yeah.
you know, that he'd be my partner, you know. And I'm like, let's do it. And we're like bebopping in. It's flat ground, Kristen. Flat. Okay. I am in a pair of Hey Dudes. Okay. They're flat.
The flattest shoes you can get.
They don't, other than barefoot. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing left. You know, they're flatter than barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
And he like, I don't, and I still don't. I think I bounced my face off the floor. I don't.
Oh my God.
I don't remember quite what happened.
Okay.
But he like twirled, like we kind of like twirled a little bit, and I put my foot down. It wasn't even a hard plant. It was just like a step, you know, like gentle. And my knee popped, and then my ankle popped, and my whole fucking leg gave out, and then I hit the floor.
Yeah.
Right in some old lady's like feet.
Oh.
And then I think I pulled him down too.
And
I don't
you
know.
were in a dress.
And I was and it ripped.
Oh God.
Titties ripped right out of it. My Skims bodysuit went up my ass. But hey, that bitch stayed snatched.
The Clone Wars right there on the floor.
Yeah, something like that.
You're so white, your muscles and bones don't even have rhythm.
But I'm a musician. How does that work? But yeah. So I hit the floor. I bounced my head like LeBron James on that basketball court.
Oh God.
Busted my ass. Laid there and sobbed and hoo-hawed and
Yeah.
but no. So and then I laid there and boo-hooed and guffawed and literally had 17 meltdowns in the floor because I'm like, I can't fucking afford an ambulance. I don't have insurance. I'm in a different state.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, you have to go. Like, we're
You
calling
can't
an ambulance
stay here.
And the wedding planner comes over and she's like, my mom is a patient advocate. You have to go. She will help you. There's programs.
We got you taken care
Yeah.
of.
And I'm like, I can't go.
Oh.
You know, and the bride's mom looks at me and goes, shut up and quit crying
Thank
right
God there was a mom bitch there. Jesus Christ.
And her little sister was just like, Mom, you can't tell her that. And she whipped around and goes, you shut up too.
You stressed out everybody at the party.
Well, no, I was just like, all I could think of was just like, I just ruined her whole wedding, you know? And I'm dumped in the floor with my ass over my head.
See, I would have pointed and laughed. I would have laughed the whole time. I would have giggled as they were putting you into that ambulance and everything.
Oh,
but I would have helped you up.
Listen, I have fingerprints.
Been with you the whole way laughing.
Right? Oh, it was so bad. And then the ambulance took forever to get there. And this is my first ambulance ride.
So
right?
you're just sitting there in the awkward with everybody worried about you.
Yeah, and like they're continuing to do the thing. Like they're doing the father-daughter dance. And I'm just in the floor.
You didn't
I couldn't get up. I couldn't get up. So I just laid in the floor while everyone danced around me.
Just like the wet floor sign you were born to be.
I'm gonna piss. This is a lot more funnier now than it was then. But no, so the ambulance finally gets there, right? And I'm like,
Did it actually take a long time, or
yeah,
was it the
no,
ADHD?
it did. No, because we were out on the bay, and you could actually see what was left of the Key Bridge.
Stop.
It's not funny.
Too soon.
I know, but you could just see the end of it sticking out.
Was the boat still there?
Yeah. hurting so bad. I can't lean any further back. I'll fall over.
Oh,
But no, so the ambulance gets there. They pick me up. And then and they almost dumped me in the floor. It felt like they almost dumped me on the floor. Right. And I get in there. And this man is taking these curves like we're in Mario Kart.
Zim, motherfucker.
Right? Well, because since the bridge is out, we had to go all the way around. So it took a little bit. Yeah.
Damn.
And they charged by the fucking mile too, by the way. But no, and then I found out that my ambulance driver, it's his first day.
Oh my God.
And he threw the technician in the back in the floor.
Oh shit.
While he was trying to take my vitals.
Like Crazy Taxi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a fun time.
Yeah, and so my groomsman.
Did you at least have a drink or two before this happened?
No, I had
you were sober.
Yes, I was half of a flute of champagne, and I'd had one little piece of chicken on a stick. I didn't even get to eat. I don't even know what the cake looked like. I didn't make it that far into the room. But yeah, so we get to the hospital, and of course I'm in there with every leaner in Baltimore. You know, it's 8:30 on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And this man with like Huff socks is over here rocking back and forth, dragging himself across the floor with his wheelchair.
Lol.
And then so he gets me out of the ambulance, puts me on the gurney, is trying to get me off the gurney into a wheelchair. And this motherfucker comes up behind me and gets road rage in his wheelchair because they're taking too long to put my big lard ass in my wheelchair.
Oh my God.
The EMT turns around and goes, "Bitch, I just watched you walk around this whole ER for the last hour on your feet. You can wait."
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it was really exciting because the hospital that I went to, like it's right outside of Baltimore, DC area. It's hopping.
You had an adventurous weekend, it sounds like.
I did. And I was the best dressed person in the ER.
Yeah. Even with your titty out.
Titties hanging out. Once again, my Skims bodysuit.
Ooh.
10 out of 10. I took a chance. Right. And they were out of stock on the one that I needed because my dress had a slit in it. So I had to have the one that had they have options that have like the certain legs cut off. So like if you have slits, it won't show.
Oh, okay.
They were out of stock. So I had to get the thong bodysuit.
Cute.
Right. And that bitch. Okay, this is the upgraded version for more coochie cover. I don't know what the fuck it covered before, but it don't cover nothing now. It goes straight in. It's a slit cover.
It's a wedgie from front to back.
Back. It's a literal string. So it needs a 3.0.
And then you're sitting there flossing your
lips.
Insides.
Literally.
Yeah.
Dental flossed.
And that puts so much friction on those lips. Like, y'all should just make them bigger or make them customizable.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like it had the gusset crotch. I wore
because I got a fucking fupa. You got a fupa too. I know you do.
Emotional support. Listen,
emotional support fupa.
I wore a pair of boxer briefs underneath them.
I'm proud of
you. To keep it out of my slit
to
crack.
Keep it out of there.
Yeah. And it worked for the most part until I fell and sucked it clear up to my mouth. So it's in there with my titty out. Yeah. I'm trying to pull my dress up. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm left. You know, everybody's like rocking and screaming around me. Somebody's arresting a homeless man behind me because he's like doing heroin or some bullshit.
Oh my God.
Who knows? And I'm just waiting. I'm like, well, you know, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I really just want to go home.
Let's just leave.
And I'm like, if these fuckers tell me that I can't fly home tomorrow, I'm going to end it all. I'm done. I'm had enough. And so I go in there and the first thing I ask him, I'm like, do I have to have surgery? He goes, no. And I'm like, can I fly home? He goes, yeah. I'm like, okay, get me out. Let me go.
All right, we're done here.
Right. So fast forward. We're fast forwarding because broken, shit's broke. You know, I'm dying. It's great. Osteoporosis, whatever. I got a broken ankle. My plans for the next 4 to 6 weeks are ruined. That's great on so many fronts. But so we get to the next day, right? I spend at least 2 hours starting at 7 a.m. on the phone with the airline, trying to get special assistance for myself because I cannot walk. I can't crutch through the airport with a 30-minute layover.
Why is it that hard? Why is it
Crutching?
hard to get assistance at the fucking airport?
Oh, that wasn't hard. It was
Okay,
getting
cool.
somebody to answer the phone. That was the hard part.
Yeah.
I was on hold. Like, all the representatives are with other, that
Yeah.
shit. And they're like, well, we'll call you back. And I'm like, no, I'm going to stay right
We're
here,
gonna
bitch.
stay.
Because I fly out at 1:30. Y'all need to figure this shit out. And so I get it. Everything's cool. Get to the airport, fly to Charlotte. Everything's great. They're pushing me around. It's really convenient to be in a wheelchair in the airport, I will say.
Yeah.
I got everywhere quick. However, it was really hard to go to the bathroom because they just park you and walk away.
Yeah.
They don't stay with you. So I'm just sitting here like, and you can't leave your bags unattended because, bombs. And I'm like, well, I can't just crutch off and leave. I have nobody. I can't move. And the chairs, like they look like those push mowers. Like you have to pull the lever to move them.
Oh.
They don't have wheels, Yeah. So I can't move on my own.
Oh.
So this nice man, bless, I made so many friends while being handicapped at the airport. I met this little man at my first gate and he hollered at somebody and got me someone to take me to the bathroom. He said, miss, this little nice lady needs to go to the bathroom. And I thank him.
Oh, thank you, man.
I don't know his name, but he had a northern accent. So I think he was from up north.
Oh.
But then at Charlotte, I get to Charlotte, right? And my big fat ass, they put me on 2 little tiny planes, which, whatever, that's fine. I probably offset the weight on both of them, but it's fine.
Would you
right?
stop?
So I get in there, and they have these special wheelchairs. They're called aisle chairs that, like, go down the aisle of the airplane. They're smaller, right? Well, these planes are so small that these chairs don't fit. And they especially don't fit with my big XL ass in them. Right? So they get me stuck. They get me, and it's embarrassing. Okay?
Babe.
They get me stuck. And I'm like, bitch, just move and I'll just side shuffle. Like, quit doing this.
Right.
So they do it. When I go to get off the plane, they dump me in the floor.
Oh my God.
They literally send the 2 skinniest bitches from the, like, little 2 twink bitches to come get me out of this airplane. And they're tiny. Like, one's like
God.
5 feet. The other one is like 6 feet, but he weighs 92 pounds.
Bless.
And I am like 400 pounds on a good, that's not true, but we're close. I'm a big bitch.
Yeah.
They drop me. They can't pick me up. And instead of getting help, they continue to drop me until they just throw me in the floor, buckled into this chair. I have never in
Bex.
I just literally told him, I said, dude, if you don't get me the fuck up off this floor, I'm gonna kill you.
Bless them. They weren't prepared.
They were not prepared. And I'm like, just get me home. Get me to the fucking gate so I can get back to Lexington, please. I'm done.
Did you drive home?
My parents came and got me, thank goodness. Because I wasn't about to leave my car there in that fucking parking shit for 3 days. They increased the price. I don't know what it is, but I ain't paying for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my adventure, and
yeah,
here I am.
We were going to take a couple-week break, but you broke instead, and here we are.
Well, now I'm captive, and we're back at it.
Yeah, you got a good story out of it.
It was great, and
even though I'm sure that was very traumatic for you.
It was much better than the first time I broke my leg out of state.
Oh God.
This time I actually had somebody that cared about me rather than somebody that just wanted to hide me.
Oh.
So, plot twist. Don't be a cunt. But yeah. So yeah, that's where we are. So here I am, leg propped up, titties out, ready to record even more.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I believe if we left off, wait, that's not even correct. Who taught me how to speak?
I don't know.
No one, clearly. I believe we left off on the Battle of the Hemline.
Yeah.
And you're going to hit us with part 2. Which is, I believe it has its own, I think it has another title.
Let's see. So we did the
hold on, what's liberal,
phrase.
what is that first headline right there? What is that big one at the top?
Southern Baptist Convention approves liberal commentary.
Commentary on what? Anything?
Where does it start?
Y'all need to learn to get this.
Messengers overwhelmingly defeat attempt to recall Broadman Bible commentary series.
That's not interesting. Okay, never mind. That's just a bunch of shit. All right. Anyway.
It's just people being people.
There it is, right there at the front. Hugh Powell. I see his face.
That is Hugh Powell.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the part that you read, wasn't it?
No.
This is different?
Yeah, that's part 2.
Okay.
I had the Battle of the Hemline. You have the miniskirt craze.
More about the sin and harm of the miniskirt craze by Dr. Hugh Powell.
Which, okay. What's fun? So I Googled this man, right? Because I was on the hunt for the rest of the continuation of this article, because like there's a few parts, and they were going to charge me $60 for that horse shit. It's been like 50 years. He's dead.
Yeah, but this is Baptist Convention gold.
I almost bought a subscription. They still put it out. It's digital now, though. You can get it on your Kindle.
This is like getting my allergens going. One moment.
Mm-hmm. Allergens.
Them allergens. Oh. Did you see that Mr. or Dr. Hugh Powell was from the Central Baptist Church in Panama City, Florida?
I didn't, but I know now.
Yeah.
Good for him. Anyway.
Why does he look like he'd be on, like, Dateline or something?
I think he was. I don't think he was a doctor either. I think he was, like, self-proclaimed.
Oh, me
He's
too.
Like one of those, like, Arizona State University degrees you could download off the internet.
Can you do that?
You can. You used to be
a
able
doctor.
To. Well, go ahead.
I'll be your lash doctor.
Right. I know people that have whole government jobs with degrees they photoshopped.
Ooh.
That's some tea.
Spicy tea.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety.
What's shamefacedness?
Oh, that's a big word. I'm surprised I got that out right. It's all together.
What does that look like? Oh.
A big word, like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but it's shamefacedness.
Is that just walking around like you've done something wrong?
Yeah.
Like with your tail between your legs?
I think so.
Fuck off.
With your head down.
Bitch.
Shameful.
Chin up.
Shame face.
Chin up. Okay.
Goodness.
All right.
Timothy 2:9.
Timothy
Quote.
Tuna.
Timothy Tuna. That's out of the Bible. It doesn't say what version, but Timothy Tuna.
Nemo's, clearly.
Perhaps this would be a good place to insert a selected poem entitled Knees.
Knees? Like head, shoulders, knees, and toes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm ready.
I think that I shall never see a thing as ugly as a knee.
Is this the new diss track for 2024?
A knee above whose gnarled and knotty crest a mini hemline comes to rest. Or one that's even worse than that, that's covered with repulsive fat.
Don't talk about me like that.
A knee that doth in summer wear nothing at all but is quite bare. A knee behind whose flex remains a nest of blue and broken veins. Some knees continue to perplex. How can they form a perfect X? While in another set one sees a pair of true parentheses.
This is pure work of art.
Fools may write lines like these, but bigger nuts display their knees.
What? It does not say that. Does it really?
Fools may write lines like these, but bigger nuts display their knees.
Big.
Somebody really had an issue with knees.
I think that is the most descriptive knee description I think I've ever heard in my life.
Crazy. What's your most disliked body part, like on other people, that you hate seeing, that gives you the ick every time?
Honestly, well, I don't know. Teeth, maybe?
Teeth?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a nice smile. Thank you. That won't even pick up. That was sad. I've heard better out of you.
I thought it was going to be bigger.
I wish it was.
Ugh.
Wow, that's
The
just
teeth.
But I was waiting for something about hair. They did everything but hair.
It was all about
a hairy knee.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying, like a hairy knee. Is that the whole poem, or does it continue?
That was the whole thing.
Who wrote that? Was it Hugh?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say who wrote the poem about knees, but I'm guessing that it was him.
It would have to if it had no citation.
And then right underneath that poem, it says, "Wear minis, invite rape."
Oh my God.
The whole thing's so fucked.
I hate this. I'm uncomfortable. Like that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jeez.
The gnarled nest of blue veins. What? Why are you paying that close attention to the backs of my knees?
91% of Toronto policemen think a woman in a revealing miniskirt, that's in quotes, revealing miniskirt, is more likely to be a rape victim than is her more modest sister, a spokesman for the Toronto force that said Tuesday. Since 1964, the year of the mini was introduced to the female fashion market, rapes have increased by 68% since the miniskirt came out.
I would like to know if that's an actual statistic. Or
we need to look that one up. In the United States, and 90% in England, said the law officers, a police publication. Evidently, it's public record.
Hold on. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Abbreviated costumes are no doubt a factor in offenses against women, said Sergeant George Goff.
What the fuck is an abbreviated costume? Is that like missing
shortened
pieces?
Skirt.
That's dumb.
When a girl in a short skirt is followed by a man after she gets off a streetcar at night, there isn't much doubt as to what attracted her assailant.
Yeah, her perfume. Duh.
It's the demon in her.
Right.
You can smell it right out of her vagina that you can smell very easily through her mini skirt, evidently.
Well, okay, so I Googled that statistic.
Yes.
Well, and first and foremost, every single result that came up, it's not credible. Like
It's not a credible source.
No, they're opinion magazines. None
like
of them.
Like the Enquirer.
Yeah, like they're all stupid. I don't know.
This is continued.
I think it's just a bunch of victim blaming myself, but whatever. Anyway, continue.
The Christian Beacon tells about a teacher he knows who had been teaching in a secular institution. He said, "Since the miniskirt business has come in, the familiarity and the fondling which take place in the corridors and in the schools, you cannot possibly believe. These girls with short skirts are just an invitation to the hands of the boys."
Okay, I'm just going to say this, and it's one of those things that, you see it everywhere. I've seen it everywhere. As a homosexual who obviously is attracted to women, okay? I never once look at somebody with skimpy clothes and go, I need to fondle that person immediately. That never crosses my mind, ever.
I'm going to say that there's been, so we went to Railbird a couple of weeks ago, and this was the only moment in my life that I ever wanted to touch some titties right then and there.
Who was it?
I don't even know. She just had the perfect rack, and they were held up so good, and they were sweaty and glistening in the sun, and I just wanted to put my face in them. Listen. And I look at Colby, and I'm like, those are some nice boobs, aren't they? And he's like, I'm not looking at them. I'm not going to look at them.
I'm like that, though.
But I'm not. I'm like, get over here.
I mean, there's a
Let
difference.
me motorboat your titties.
But yeah, you didn't act on it, did you? You didn't go tell her about it. You did there's a difference.
But it would have been hey, your boobs look really nice. Just letting you know.
And honestly, she probably would have appreciated it because she's probably either drunk or high off her ass. Because I went to Railbird last year, and I know
by herself too. So I'm sure she got some words from other people because that's what happens. You see a lonely girl with some big old titties, and you're like, I'm gonna grab her by the pussy. You know?
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so you
People
just
are so gross.
Oh, I know. You just widened your eyes at something you read. What was it?
It gets better.
Oh, good.
He continued. This is, by the way, a teacher.
Oh, at the
that had
secular
been
institution?
teaching in a secular institution. He continued. Not only that, a lovely young girl who came from a Christian background, Presbyterian,
Oh.
one day came to me and said, I think maybe you have some good ideas, but I would like to talk to you. And this was her story. She had put on a miniskirt and then became involved in all sorts of things so far as the boys were concerned. Then she listened to all the civil rights talk about equality, and she got the idea that in order to show that she did not believe in any form of discrimination and that there was absolute equality between the races, she, with other girls, finally made it a practice to go to bed with one of the Negro students.
Once again, here's the disclaimer. We do not pertain any of those adjectives. We do not. These views are not ours. Continue.
And this was a regular practice which she and other girls carried on. It was a mini skirt that brought this about.
What, dating a African American person?
I guess.
That's what causes it, huh?
It's if you wear a mini skirt, evidently, yes, it causes you to only like black people.
Oh.
Where's the other boys in here? And honestly, if you're into equality, you obviously have to fuck a black dude.
That's the only way.
That's the only way to show them that you're on their side. Bless her heart. She's probably thrown into the crazy house in the 1970s. It was a mini skirt that brought this about. The damage and the harm that is now being done to young Christian girls who adopt this form of dress is absolutely incalculable.
That's a big word, too.
This is practiced on campuses where hippies and yippies stir up riots.
What's
that
a
is
yippie?
exactly what you have. I'm not sure.
I know what a hippie is. What's a yippie? Is it like the female version?
No. Maybe. It's probably the Karens that are liberal, I'd imagine.
Oh, yeah. The vegans.
How do you say that word? When our general synod, synod, S-Y-N-O-D.
I have no clue. Hey, well, I can't even ask Siri's because I don't know how to say it. Hold on. Wait.
When our general synod.
What is that? Hold on.
It can't be right.
Hold on. Here, she'll repeat it.
Synod.
That's stupid.
When our General Synod met in Portland, Oregon, protesting the new confession, it was discovered that there was a so-called coffee shop downtown.
It's probably Starbucks.
Probably, where the Presbyterians had what they termed a confrontation with the young people. Some of our men went there to see just what such a confrontation involved. One of the leaders of it, a Presbyterian fellow, absolutely vile and filthy in his language, was telling the young people there is nothing wrong. Did I go to the right place? Hold on. Where's it? It's so mixed up. There is new morality, situation ethics. Read again the passage in the Bible. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles. When we walked in lasciviousness.
You're doing great. You're doing good. I think he's made these words up.
Yeah. They just wrote these big words to make me feel stupid.
Well, yeah, he's a doctor.
Anyways, or not. Or he's not. We don't know. Lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings.
What? Banquetings? Parties.
And abominable
Snowmen. Idolatry? I'm so bored. I feel like I just sat through a sermon.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
I am a decent man. I have a lovely wife and a fine family, but I go to classes where I teach and kids come in dressed in miniskirts. It is disgraceful. When the girls sit down, there is nothing covered, and that is not all. These girls will not only sit in their chairs with the boys all around them, but they will throw their legs apart.
Oh!
It is a total disgrace, and I cannot take it. I have to get out.
Right now, it's the end of you and me. Too late.
A prison physician speaks out about miniskirts.
In prison? They don't wear miniskirts in prison.
The so-called crimes of passion are increasing alarmingly and will continue to do so, in my opinion, until the principal cause is eliminated. This, it seems to me, is the present style of dress, which, to say the least, is immodest. Immodest dress has a direct bearing on crime, no matter how innocent the wearer may be. This observation comes from an official who has worked with 170,000 prisoners and 12 years of penal experience.
Yeah, penal is right. Because you know what I'm taking from all of this? I hear what you're saying and I hear what you're reading. The only thing that I'm taking away is that we need to be afraid of gross men, not mini skirts.
Yeah.
It's not the clothes. It's obviously the predator. Like...
This shit, man. I'm just sitting here. I'm trying to pre-read a little bit because this has a lot of words in it that I can't.
Yeah, get the highlights because, man, my leg's starting to bark.
Bless her. Strange that in the countries we call... Okay. And from Africa.
Why is it all...
We went from the prison physician speaks out to and from Africa. And it says a lot there about people and things, but this is where I'm going to start at. Strange that in countries that we call heathen and pagan, talking about Africa, a stand is being taken against such immoral dress, while even Christians have tolerated the custom over here in so-called Christian America. 2 little girls went off 2 years ago to buy ice cream in Pompano Beach, Florida, and have never been heard of since. The news story said the little girls were clad only in bikinis. A blonde 200-pound man was last seen. At least it wasn't a black man this time that they were throwing
under the bus.
It
It was a blonde, blue-eyed, 200-pound man who had a wife and a family, I'm sure.
Yet fashion designers are using words like naughty and daring and seductive and slightly wicked. What? Slightly wicked, dude. Bruh.
Moderately goth. Slightly wicked. Temperately temperate. God bless.
It goes on.
Listen, and I just...
Is it honest to expose a man to the aroma of steak, apple pie, and coffee, and then accuse him of being a glutton because he licks his lips?
So you're comparing us to a full American meal?
Apple pie, coffee.
That's steak, coffee, and apple pie. That's an interesting comment.
That is an interesting, but that sounds very much like a man, doesn't it?
It sounds like a Waffle House order.
Can we go to Waffle House? I love
when I can walk,
the awful
yes.
waffle. Yum. Consider this, girls. How did this near madness in clothes or lack of clothes come to be? What evil influence has stealthily appeared and put hooks in our women's noses, leading them around like monkeys?
As we both sit here with nose rings.
What demonic Pied Piper has danced into our land only to rob us of that greatly desirable modesty and
Ariana
womanly
Grande
delicacy, which formerly characterize our wives and daughters? Please tell me. What evil influence has stealthily appeared and put hooks in our women's noses, leading them around like monkeys?
Monkeys, huh?
Jeez, guys.
Monkeys.
I I think it would be kind of cool if somebody led me.
I
by
have a
my
lot of
nose.
trauma when it comes to monkeys.
Do you?
Yeah.
Mm,
That's a whole other, that's
that's
a whole
a
other,
whole other thing.
yeah, that's bad.
Mm.
Yeah, that's bad. That was what I did for a job for almost a year.
Yeah. Sea monkeys?
No,
Oh.
orangutans. Yeah.
You got to hang
Macaques.
out with the dangerous ones, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I did quite a few things to them for
Oh,
the sake of medical research.
bless.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It was very interesting and very sad.
Oh,
I still feel bad about that stuff.
yeah.
It was pretty nasty.
Science sometimes can be really mean.
Oh, it's very mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I love infectious diseases. They're one of my favorite things, but like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Those poor babies.
Poor babies, poor me.
Poor
I
you.
need therapy.
You've been through so much. Everybody should do
Yeah.
therapy.
I need shock treatment at this point.
I've been in and out since I was 12, court ordered, because I'm crazy. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Okay, bye.
Bye.